There is no positive note to end this on. Tonight, my mom's gonna go to sleep in 20-degree weather, and she's gonna be cold. If it doesn't get worse, that's better. That's it. That is all I am asking the universe for at this point. If we don't get any more financial help, if it just doesn't get worse, there's no better. It's just not worse.
How much for a good time?
What do you got currently, I guess? I don't know. Are you recording me right now?
I am. Okay.
I should never be a director.
Is it this one?
Yeah, it's
That one?
Yeah. We were living there. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. The master's at the very end, on the right side of the door, I guess. The only window you see. Then that's the living room. The small window is the kitchen. That window, in between the 2 small windows, was my bedroom, and at the very end was the other big bedroom, and that was my mom's, and the other first big bedroom was Allie's until she moved out.
It doesn't even look like anybody's living there, though.
There isn't anyone. They evicted us and then never did anything with the property.
Why would they evict you if they're not going to do anything with it?
As it was explained to us in court by him, his mother didn't leave him the property. Or I guess really any properties, or much of anything. But she left that trailer to my mom. But because we don't own the property it's on and the trailer can't be moved, and my mom never knew to pay the, I guess, taxes on it or something. There was like a tax that she had to pay on the trailer that she didn't know about, and no one ever came by to collect, and we never got anything in the mail, so we just lost the trailer. He was able to like buy it out from under us, get the tag for it, get the trailer, get the land, and then he evicted us.
How many days did y'all get when you got the official eviction notice?
The court date was a week out, and then we had 10 days from that point. After we had gotten evicted, we had 10 days, but we stayed an extra 3 because there was I don't know if you remember, but there was that really bad storm. Yeah, that came right at the tail end of our eviction, and we couldn't move anything from our place to the storage unit. And so we were like, okay, well, we're just going to have to wait. They'll just have to understand that this storm, everything is closed. The roads were horrible. We couldn't go anywhere.
So what happened to all of your stuff?
It went into a storage unit, but when I lost my job, the payments left, and now I don't have any of it.
So you lost all of your stuff?
I lost all of my stuff. The thing I think I'm saddest about is the fact that I went to such great lengths to keep my brother's PS4 and keep from pawning it because I knew he wanted it. And I spent so much money getting it for him, and now it's just lost.
But you lost all of your furniture, all
of my cooking supplies,
your beds.
Mm-hmm.
So basically you just left with nothing but the clothes on your back. And what month was this?
We left in October. We put all the stuff in the storage unit. My sister had us get a motel room for the first night, and then we couldn't afford it anymore. During the worst of it, during any point that it snowed or any major massive storm, somebody has always been like, listen, we see that the weather's bad. We can't have you guys dying. But that doesn't stop it from like at one point, both Cody, me, and my mom were all sick. And Cody and my mom were both so sick that I had to just drug myself continuously just to be able to take care of them out there. Because you can't really rest. And there's no chance that if one of us is sick, the other isn't going to get sick because you can't really bathe frequently enough. We're always washing our hands and we're always brushing our teeth and we're always taking care of ourselves as best we can, but like it's rough.
I thought we could reintroduce ourselves because we're like a whole new person now.
Yeah, feels like that. I go still by Brenna half the time, Brayden the other half of the time. I don't really care what pronouns, honestly.
Yeah.
It seems to be entirely mood dependent. Like if I'm preferring to be male that day, then it's definitely he, him. I am pansexual and gender fluid now.
Do you know why I brought you to these swings?
Because we met on the swing set at school.
Yeah. So what do you remember most about our friendship back whenever we were kids.
Had a lot of start and stops, I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, we were some messed up kids. So I think the story that epitomizes our friendship the most whenever we were kids is whenever you and I were like walking back from the park. And I remember we were on the side of the road, but it was like kind of tilted. So you had your arm wrapped around me so like we wouldn't trip. And this white bitch comes driving down the road, lets go of her steering wheel, rolls her windows down, gives us 2 middle fingers, and calls us faggots out the window and drives off. And we were so mad we started picking up rocks and just throwing them at the back of the car.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just we just had such a fucked up childhood.
Well, it's because we were the only out gays, essentially. We were the only people at West Link at the time that were considered to be out.
And you were like one of the only
black people
in the school.
There were like
and you got
5.
so much shit because of that.
So after we stopped talking, my mom found the trailer that we stayed at for the longest time. And long story short, we got evicted again. I tried working 2 jobs, but even working 2 jobs, it's still a lot because now my mom is sick, and it was like 3 jobs worth of income, but minimum wages, minimum. I'm making $8 an hour from one place and 10 from another. I'm still barely making enough to cover the car payment and the rent and the payment on the storage unit, and then I lost both jobs, and now we got nothing really. I think one of the hardest things about being homeless is the fact that Cody and I we're both autistic, and we both have this like need to keep our hands clean. It's those little things that you don't think about, like being able to shower when you want to, or not having to wait in line to go to the bathroom. Being able to brush your teeth in your own home it feels like a luxury to us now. To be able to like take a shower, that's like a thing that we have to plan out. We have to look at like when the church has like their like free time, so we can go into the church to take a shower, or when we can get the money from a hotel room, take a shower there. No one can get comfortable. You can't toss and turn. It's freezing cold. It's 20 degrees tonight, and all the blankets in the world can only do so much because instead of feeling warm, sometimes you just feel suffocated. So we're staying in a parking lot, and the routine is to wake up when there aren't people around, and then we go to a public bathroom and go to the bathroom. We brush our teeth, we apply deodorant, we have wet wipes that we use to wipe our junk, which is humiliating, and under our arms, and we have special face wipes again to wash our face, to keep everything clean. We try to stay as clean as possible to reduce the spread of germs so we don't get as sick. Then we go back out to the car and we sit for a while. Then we go back and we go to Walmart then, and we go inside when my brother has to go to work because it's warm inside Walmart. And when Cody's at work, we can charge things at the outlets at Subway. Plus we can use the Wi-Fi and I can, update my resume, apply for jobs. That's a lot of what I do. And when I'm inside is that like I'm watching a video on my phone and I'm also like applying for jobs at the same time, or I'm listening to music and applying for jobs because, if I'm out there and I'm applying for jobs, then that increases the probability that someone will hire me. And with my mom, when Cody's closing, we then go to the bathroom before we leave, brush our teeth, wash our face, then we go back out to the car and we, try and keep warm for the night. And then we do it all over again. And I'm wondering if I'm going to be able to find someone to borrow $5 from to get gas so that my mom can run the heat long enough so that the car is for just a little bit, not an ice chunk. Just sucks. And it's not her fault. It's no one's fault, And I feel great, when I'm not in the car. I feel fine. Like I feel like a human being for a while. But the second I have to sit in the back of the car and look at my mom with her little iPad that my sister gave her, sitting there watching TV, pretending like everything is okay for a bit, I feel miserable because it's not okay. My mom being sick doesn't help anything, because I have to take care of her, and that's like a whole other issue because she's not incapable of doing it. She can still take care of herself really well, but it's like walking. She needs my help with long distances, and I'm getting on and off the toilet sometimes if the toilet is too low to the ground, and just like little things like turning. Like she can't. It's hard for her to scratch her legs or get certain things, and she needs my help for so many small things that you wouldn't think about when you're healthy, and it's difficult because I love her and I want to help her and I want to take care of her and I want to make her life easier, but at the same time I just want to have my own life. So I feel bad for wanting that, which makes me feel guilty, and so I'm consumed with this guilt, so I try to do more, but then she gets frustrated because I'm doing things that she can do, so she feels like I'm treating her like an invalid, and then it becomes this vicious cycle of fighting where there doesn't need to be a fight because I'm creating an issue where there's no fucking problem to begin with. I wanted to talk a little bit about, because you asked me, the whole point of your video series was, does Southern hospitality apply to everyone? I'm gonna give a condensed version and say that Southern hospitality does not apply to everybody. It's the South, and it's hard. It's incredibly, exceptionally difficult because I don't look the way that I'm supposed to here. I'm very clearly black. I am very clearly queer. I don't hide either of those facts from anybody that asks me. And some people don't like that just on principle. It was a whole slew of that kind of shit as a kid, and it affects adults too. I have been working and had people not want me to touch their food or help them because they think I'm less than them. And those people certainly might help me, they might donate money, but they aren't doing it out of the kindness of their heart. They're doing it because they want to lord it over people. There are people that will help you just so that they can say that they helped somebody. They don't care. And I think Southern hospitality is about being a good person because you feel it in your heart or in your soul or whatever it is that drives you forward, that you should be a good person, not to help people so you can brag about it at church the next day. There's a lot of that. The thing I want people to know is that we're trying, that we acknowledge that some of you think that we're layabouts and that we aren't doing shit, but I can tell you we're trying. We are struggling, but we are going forward every day. I am hustling my way to anywhere else but here as fast as I can. And you're right, there is no positive note to end this on. Tonight, my mom's gonna go to sleep in 20-degree weather, and she's gonna be cold. And in the morning, I'm gonna have to give her some medicine to make sure that her body can combat anything that's coming her way. And we're gonna have to wait inside Subway until Cody gets his check, and then we have to buy a bunch of stuff, medicine and some more bologna and mayonnaise, and it's a nightmare. If it doesn't get worse, that's better. That's it. If it doesn't get worse, that is the only improvement that I can hope for. That is all I am asking the universe for at this point. I don't care if no one gives us any more money. I don't care if nobody donates, if we don't get any more financial help. If it just doesn't get worse. If I can get a job, and if I can get 2 jobs and I can sort this out, if it doesn't get worse, if my mother's health doesn't get worse, if Cody's psychological state doesn't get worse, because I would rather shoulder this burden and keep pushing the boulder up the hill for the rest of eternity while the gods smite me down than leave them like this. There's no better. It's just not worse. Happy endings aren't for every movie. Some of them are just tragedies for a while.
Hi everyone. I just wanted to hop on and say thank you so much for watching this video and for listening to Brenna's story and coming on this journey with me. The couple of days that I spent back in my hometown listening to her and seeing what her situation was utterly and absolutely broke my heart. Because the thing that I want people to know about Brenna is that she loves her family so much. Brenna's only concern has ever been the safety and well-being of her sick mom and her little brother. And I just want people to know that her family has been my family for the past 15 years. And it breaks my heart to know that we as a community and we as a village have failed this family in so many ways. And my only hope is that I can show Brenna that there are people out there that love her and see what she's going through and want to do absolutely everything they can to help them. Something that Brenna told me when I was there talking to her and listening to her story that will haunt me for the rest of my life is how the only thing that she can wish for at this moment is that it just doesn't get any worse. That her mom doesn't get any more sick than she already is. That her brother doesn't have to sleep in the car one more night. As I'm editing this video, it is January 21st. And they've been homeless for 4 months in the middle of winter, the worst possible time of the year to be homeless. Tonight in Lincolnton, it is going to get 18 degrees tonight. And I don't have a lot of money, but I have been able to get them a hotel room for the night. And right now, their only goal is to save up enough money to go back home to Nebraska so they can live with their family. Their plane tickets are going to be about $800. And I will share a link to the GoFundMe page if there is anybody out there watching this video who can help in any way, even if it's just sharing this video and sharing their story. Maybe somebody who watches this video will be able to help them. I think we as a community have really failed this family, and there are not enough resources out there to help people in situations like this. And I believe that we can step our game up quite a lot. And I'm just so absolutely heartbroken. And I feel so lost because there's only so much that I can do as one person. But as a community, we can do so much more. So, if you're watching this video, share it to as many people as you possibly can. Reach out to your friends and your family. Because I'd like to think that if it was your friend, or God forbid, somebody in your family who is in a situation like this, you would do anything you possibly can to help them. And right now, all I want is for Brenna and her mom and her brother Cody to be able to sleep in a warm bed and have food and not have to worry about hiding in their car so the police driving by doesn't see them and make them leave. And Brenna and Patricia and Cody, if you're watching this, I know how absolutely hard it must have been to share your story to a bunch of strangers on the internet. And I know that it's really hard to ask for help because you don't want to feel like a burden. But I don't want you to ever think that you are a burden to me or anybody else who cares about you. I don't want you to feel bad for needing to ask for money or needing to ask for food from us, because at the end of the day, you are my family, you are my best friends, and I would do absolutely anything in my power to help you. And I hope that everybody else watching this video will feel the same way. And I just want you to know that we were trying as hard as we possibly can to get you back home. I love every single one of you. And it's gonna break my heart even more to see you go home. But it's going to be bittersweet because I know that you're going to be okay. And I know that things are going to get better for you, but I know that things are really, really hard for you right now. But I'm here for you, and everybody watching this video is here for you. Brenna, I know that we've had our ups and downs, but through everything you have been one of the most important people to me in my life. And I want you to know how special you are, and how much of a hard worker you are, and how much of a good best friend you are to me, how much of an amazing kick-ass big sister you are. And I know that your mom is so proud of you, and she is so proud to call you her daughter. And we're gonna help you get through this. I don't want you to feel like you have to do it all by yourself anymore. But it's gonna be okay. I mean, we always make it through everything we go through, don't we? I love you all so much. And I just want to thank everybody else one more time for watching this video and sharing their story. And thank you so much for being an amazing community who cares about everybody. And being an amazing community who cares about everyone in it. If every single person who watches this video donates $5 or $10 or $20, we can get them home and we can get them out of the cold and off the streets. And that's the only thing that I want right now. And I know that's the only thing they want right now. So thank you, and I look forward to updating you all about their progress and their triumphs, and showing them that there is still some help in the world. And my phone is blowing up right now because there are people who are waiting to help you. I'm all here for you. And I cannot say this enough, that I just love you so much. And it's gonna be okay. I know that things are so hard right now, but we're gonna get through, and I'm gonna help you get through it. I know I probably said this already, but I'm only one person, but together as a community, we are so much more. We can be so much more than what we already are. So, I look forward to seeing you again. And I look forward to sharing the next video with you all. And thank you so much for listening to me cry. And for just being the amazing person that you all are. So, thank you again. I'll see you next time.